So right, why are you going for standard controller? We want to discuss about how to use standard controller in the VFPG. Right, look at the point. When we go for the standard controller, if you want to refer to any one of the S object or the properties of any one of the S object, if I want to refer to standard properties of any S object, if I want to refer to standard properties of any one of the object, look at the point. In the regular database, you call them as tables. In the regular database, we call tables as objects. Account object, contact object, customer object, loan object, payment object, like this we have. Now, in the database, whatever the tables we have, those tables we are referring as an object. The same tables which you are referring as an objects, they are referred as S objects in programming. In the Apex and Visual Force program, objects in the database, in the Apex and Visual Force program, objects in the database are referred as S objects. In the Visual Force and Apex programming, objects in the database are referred as S objects. You call them as objects in database. In the programming, we are going to call them as S object. S object means Salesforce objects. Now, what are these S objects? S object can be standard object, or custom object. S object doesn't mean it is a standard object. S object means it is a standard object or custom object. Any one of the object, any one of the table which was created in the database of the Salesforce is referred as S object. It can be a standard object created by the Salesforce, or it can be a custom object. It can be a custom object. It can be a custom object created by the user. It can be a standard object, or it can be a custom object. It can be a standard, or it can be a custom. If you want to refer to any of the existing functionalities of S object, then we use why? If you want to refer to exact properties of a S object, if you want to refer to exact properties of any one of the S object, if you want to refer to exact properties of any one of the S object, if you want to refer to any one of the properties of any S object, that object should be defined as standard controller. That object should be defined as standard controller. Look at the point. If I want to refer to any properties of customer, whichever the object properties you want to refer, that object is given as standard controller. Did you get my point? Whichever the object properties you want to refer, whichever the object properties we want to refer, whichever the object properties we want to refer, that object is given as standard controller. It can be a standard object or it can be a custom object. It can be a standard object or it can be a custom object. It can be a standard or it can be a custom. Now, look at the point. When I say customer, referring to the properties of customer. On the customer object, whatever the standard properties are given, that may be a button, that may be a field, that may be a link, anything that was mentioned by the Salesforce as a predefined functionality, everything I can refer when I give standard control equal to S object. Whichever the properties that the Salesforce has mentioned as a predefined, those functionalities can be referred in the VF page without writing any program. Like I told you, already we have account object. Now what we are getting here? New. I want to apply the same new button. When I click on the new, it is taking you to this page. The same new button I want to apply in the VF. When I click on that, it has to take me to account creation page. When I click on edit, when we click on edit, it will take you to what? The edit page of the record. Now I want the same functionality. When I click on edit, it has to open the record in the edit form. So who given this? Whatever the standard functionalities given by the Salesforce on an object should be used exactly. I want to take this. It is a pick list field. Exactly the same pick list I want. It is a required field. Exactly the same thing I want. It is a currency field. Exactly the same. So when you want to refer to exact properties of an object, when you want to refer to exact properties of an object, then we are going to define that S object as standard controller. Let me give you this. Page block, title, account. Page block, title, account. Page block section. When I go with a page block section, refer to the properties. Apex, input, value. If you want to refer to the field of an object, look at the point, which we call expression format. Object, field. Now if I have standard object, standard field, object name dot. If you have a standard object, standard field, object name dot field name. If I have standard object, custom field, what we do? Object name dot. Because the field is a custom field, object name dot field name underscore underscore C. If the object is a custom object, field is a standard field, object name underscore underscore C. If object is a custom, field is a custom, this is how we create. So what was that? Object name, field name. Object name dot field name. Object name dot field name. Object name dot field name. So we have given object name, field name. If it is a custom field, object name dot field name underscore underscore C. Now account is what? Standard object. If you want to refer to the field, account dot. How do you know the field names? Go to the object, account, go to the setup, build. Please mute your mics. Please mute your mics. Right. So what is that? Setup, build, customize, accounts, setup, build, customize, accounts. Then we have fields. Field name, label name. Field name, label name. Field name, label name. What we are supposed to take? Field names you have to take. What we are supposed to take? Field names you have to take. Field name. Account name. Right. Account name. Apex input field value equal to account dot rating. Apex input field value equal to ownership. Apex. Now what you are supposed to give, boss? Field label or field name? Field name you have to give. Account dot phone number, now underscore. Why was this? It is a custom field. I went to this object, field name, scroll down, you're finding here. What was that? Active. Opportunities. Expiration. All these are what? Custom fields. That is the reason I have given underscore underscore C. Input field, account dot annual limit. Now let's go for a preview. So what happened? Now when I say account dot name, now in the account object, it is a required field. Look at the format. Account name, exactly the same we received. Industry, pick list, exactly the same. Rating, pick list, exactly the same. I hope you are good with this. What it is doing? It is referring to exact properties of the object. It is referring to exact properties of an object. If it is a required, we will get required. If it is a pick list, we get it as pick list. If it is a currency, we will get as currency. I hope you got my point. So standard controller equal to S object. It will refer to exact properties of a given S object. It will refer to exact properties of a given S object. When I say input field, it is referring to the properties of a field and creating. So when you want to replicate exact property of an object, then we define that object as standard controller. How will you refer to that field? Object name dot field name. Depends upon the standard or custom, we have to give the expression. Next, how many standard controllers we can use? We can only define only one object. We can define only one object as standard controller. We can define only one object as a standard controller. We can define only one object as a standard controller. Are you clear about this format? Am I clear with this format? We can only define only one S object as a standard controller. I should not mention object. Why I was avoiding this terminology called object? Because when you say object, again you go to Apex class. In the Apex class we have, for every Apex class what do you do? Create an object. Again we have a data type called object. So to avoid the confusion between the naming convention, every table we are calling as S object. When I say object, it is a class. Object means instance of a class. When I say S object, I am referring to table. I hope you are good with this. Clear for everyone? Clear? Any query? Right. Everyone is good with that? Okay. Let us do one example. Look at the structure, everyone. We have account. How will you refer? Object name dot field name. Object name dot field name underscore C. Object name underscore C dot field name. What was this called? Expression. Referring to the field of an object. I hope you are good. Okay. So let us build this example now. Everyone followed along? Right. So let us build this example.
One doubt.
1 minute. Let me give you. Please ask your queries when the people are writing the program. Okay. So we have here see the order in which I am giving, the same order the fields will come. If you want the fields to be like this, what I was supposed to do? First one, last name. Second one, email. First last name, email, first name, mobile, phone, lead source. It will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So whatever the properties are there, it is a required field. Right. So can you create this example? What was that? Section header. This is page block. And this is page block buttons. Then within the page block buttons, we need to go with the page block section input field. Everyone create this page. Go ahead. What is your query?
When we referred this as input field, sir, why it directly took us to the edit mode?
Pardon me. Input is what we are asking the people to enter, right? That's what is called input.
I mean, okay. So it would take us to edit mode when we say input field. Okay?
Yes. Now, referring to the object, standard controller. Which object I want to refer? Contact. Then first I am giving apex section header title equal to contact. Review. This is what we got here. Title, subtitle. Title, subtitle. Apex form. We have apex page block, title, title. We got a page block. Then what happened in this case? Page block buttons. Now I gave buttons only on the top. So I gave location equal to, and I was supposed to give apex now we gave value equal to save, and we have apex command button value equal to cancel. So we have a save and we have a cancel. Now this is to create the buttons on the top. Right. Let's have a preview. So we have a save and cancel. Now what I was supposed to do? Create page block section. Without page block section, if I give, I will not get that label and box summa. Only box will get it. So what I have given? Apex input. Last name, then input field, value equal to, what was that? Input field, value equal to contact dot input field, contact. So we have here mobile. field. Contact. Then we have lead source. Now, this is what I have created. So, what was the issue? There is no field called lead source. Mobile phone, not a phone. Mobile phone. Now, if I want to refer to these fields, I was supposed to go to contact object, see the field name. I took a label, actually, it threw an error message. The label was different, field name was different. Okay. Have a preview. So, this is what I have created. So, we are getting standard look and feel by referring to the properties of a object. I hope you are good with this. Clear for everyone? Clear for everyone? Okay. Now, let us look into next example here. When I enter the data, click on the save, record has to be saved to database. When I enter the data, click on save, record should be saved to database. Now I want to perform action. Salesforce has defined some global action on every S object. Salesforce has defined global action on every S object. What are those global actions? Save, cancel, edit, delete, fix save. These type of actions are there. On every object, Salesforce has defined some global actions. On every object, Salesforce has defined some global actions. Now save, fix save, edit, delete, list, cancel. These type of actions are defined. So let me give you the next point here.
Teach one question.
Let me ask your queries when I'm giving the exercises. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So all of you, please ask your questions when you're writing your programs. That time the rest of the people will be quiet. They'll be doing the exercise. Write your, while other people are writing your question. Okay, programs, ask the questions. Now what we have here? Global actions. What is that global action? On every S object, Salesforce is defined some standard actions. Like, what are they? Save, fix save, cancel, create, edit, delete, list. Save, fix save, cancel, create, edit, delete, list view. New already, create is there, no? The create itself will take. View. These are the some of the global actions we have. Let me give you standard controller equal to opportunity, section header, title, form, opportunity, command button, value equal to save. Cancel. Now look at the format. Action equal to save. Who defined this action? Who defined this action? Sales. Action equal to cancel. Who defined this action?
Salesforce.
Right. Apex page block section. Value equal to opportunity dot opportunity dot opportunity dot value opportunity dot type value opportunity dot name amount opportunity dot. You should know the fields, Amma. You should know the names of the fields. So this is how we created. Anything new you have created? Extra thing is action equal to save, action equal to cancel. Remaining all is the same example like your previous one. The remaining all functionality I have built exactly the same like your previous example. Right? Section header, form, page block button, section, and then we have input field. So go back to the page. So I am giving here I was entering the data. The moment I clicked on save, a record is saved and it's taking me to the detail page of the record. Now what is that? We are applying standard save functionality given by Salesforce on SObject. We are applying standard save functionality given by the Salesforce on SObject. Go back to the thing. We had a cancel. Cancel. It is taking me to home page. So who defined this action? Salesforce has defined this action. Here we also have one more action called fix save. Save but stay back on the same page. Right. Save and record is saved at the back end. Go back and see. Capital test. Record is saved, but after saving, come back to same page. Fix save. Save the record, stay back on the same. Save. Save the record, go to the detail page of the record. Save the record, go to the detail page of the record. Save the record, go to the detail page of the record. I hope you are good. Clear? Okay. So what are these standard action? Save, cancel, fix it. If you want to perform edit, delete, then we need to go with the operation. Edit and delete means what? If already record is existing, then I can go for it. Now whatever I created, it is to create a new record. I am not creating to refer to existing record. Whatever the program we have designed, this is to create a new record. In case, if you want to refer to the existing record, there is a different process. We'll see that after one more example. I hope you are good with this format. Okay. Now, I want you to design this page with all the standard actions. Look at the point. So what I have now is customer object. Ask the question while you're writing the program. Now, is it a standard object or a custom object? It is a custom object. Custom object, custom fields. Let us say this the format. Now, basically, what is our object here? Our object is customer object. What are the fields we have? First name. Right. So this is how we got it. So refer to this object, customer, and create the page. Now, go ahead. Online, somebody is asking a question. Go ahead now. Online, some guy was asking a question. Go ahead.
Yes, yes. Actually, you had just explained if we don't use page block section, something will not come in that case. That part, what
This
you were explaining.
label will not come.
Okay, so if we are not using page block section,
Let us see. I removed the page block section. Saved it. I not use the page block section. I saved it. Go back and see the output.
okay,
If I don't use the page block section, how are you getting? Are you getting the labels here?
okay. No.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Thanks.
What was your query, Amma? If you don't mention by default how many they will take? If you don't want to, you mention the size. By default, how
Hi,
many
Satish.
columns will be taken, Amma? 2 columns. You want to take anything other than 2, you have to mention it. Otherwise, no need to. Yes, Amma, what is your query? Classroom? Yeah. Exactly. No. See, anything we want to refer in the VF page, that object should be already there. Only existing. That may be created by you or created by Salesforce. So I am creating a page to refer to one of the object in the database, which was created by you or Salesforce. See, now the concept of mandatory will come when I am trying to insert the data. But when I am displaying it doesn't make a difference. If you want to insert the data, if I don't enter the mandatory fields, it will be error. Okay. Now look at an example. Why did I take specifically these fields? Stage name, close date. Why have I taken these 2 fields? Because I am performing an operation called save. If I don't give mandatory data, they will fail. That is the reason I took a stage name and close date, which are mandatory for operation. Okay, while designing, you have to ensure all the mandatory fields are entered if you are trying to insert the data. While displaying, it is my choice. What I want to display is my choice. Okay. Yes, online.
Hi, Satish.
Yes.
Here you used standard action, correct?
Yes.
So where to check in SO object what all standard actions are present and what is the action means for that
documentation.
but
you have to go through the Salesforce document.
So can you show me? Can you show me for that same?
You don't need to deal with thousands of this document, boss. You need to go through it. No, go and search in there. Right.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Satish?
Yes, sir.
Satish? How we can create the lookup field? How we can create the lookup field?
Not yet covered.
Okay.
Point is not yet covered. Already on the field, if there is any validation rule, that validation rule will be automatically applied. No, apart from what are defined on the field, I want to go with my own custom properties. Then you are supposed to go with. Apex classes. Yeah, go ahead.
Satish,
Yes.
while passing the section header title, do we need to mention double underscore here as well?
See, title, whatever you give as a title, that will be displayed, Amma. If you want, do you want to display title as this? Give underscore. See, you want to display like this? Title is a string. It is not an object. You give XYZ, it will print XYZ. You give ABC, it will print ABC. If you give customer, it will print customer. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, boss. I hope everyone is good with this. Now,
Satish, one question.
Make it fast. Yeah.
Satish, hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So my question is, the security settings is automatically applied, or if it runs in a user mode?
When I say standard controller equal to S object, whatever the existing properties are there on the object, same properties will come. anything that is already defined on the object can be fetched here. When I say standard controller equal to S object, standard controller equal to S object, anything that is fetched from the S object will be predefined properties given by the user or Salesforce. Whatever the fields you created, what is the OWD you created, what is the sharing rules you created, everything that is existing on the object will be applied here. Standard control equal to S object means refer to exact properties which are already defined on S object. When I say property, everything is applied. When I say property, everything, profile level, OWD, sharing rules, everything is applied on this. Right, boss? Okay. Now,
hello.
Yeah.
Hello. So, suppose there are two users. For one the field is binary, and and for the other user the field is not binary. So both will say different output.
I'll repeat my answer.
So both will see. Yeah. Yes, sir.
I told property is defined on the object will be applied in the VF page. On the object, on your profile, they gave only hidden. Then what will happen? You will not be able to see that object in the VF page. But I told every property will apply, profile will apply, sharing rules will apply, field level security will apply. According to your profile, if it is not visible, you will not be able to. I told exact properties of the object. Now, when I say, please mute your microphone. Right. When I say exact properties of the object, mute your mic. When I say exact properties of an object, when I say exact properties of an object, it will refer to all the properties. According to the person who opened the page, you don't have permission on the object. Obviously, it will be an error. According to the profile of the person who opened, he has only read permission. You cannot create button. I told exact property means what? If you have access, you can see. Don't have access, you will not be. It is used to refer to exact properties. If you want to alter the properties, then a standard controller is not the concept. When you say standard controller, exact properties which are defined as per you on this object, they will be visible. If you don't have permission to see XYZ, I will not have permission to see them on VF page. Now, in the VF page, 40 fields I am displaying. According to your profile, you have only permission on 3. What will happen? Only those 3 fields you will be able to see on the Visual Force. Visual Force page with a standard controller will strictly obey properties of an object. I hope I am clear. Clear? So in the page, if I am displaying 40 fields, you don't have permission to see all the 40, then what will happen? Only the fields which you are allowed to see, they will be displayed on the VF page. I hope you are good. Clear? Online guy?
Yes. So yes. So in short, if we say the Visual Force page with a standard controller runs in a user mode, so it's correct, right?
Yeah. Yes. Right. Now, let us go to the next concept here. We have seen how to create. Let us get into the next one. Let us get into the next one. What is the next property? We want to display the record in the output mode. Once I save the record, it is not in the edit mode, it is in the display mode, which is called read. Which is called read. Which is called read mode. Which is called read mode. Are you clear about this? Now look at the point. Account. Apex form. So here we have page block, so we have Apex page block, title equal to account. Then I have page block, Apex page block section. Output field value equal to output field value equal to, what did I give? Previous example was input field. Now I was giving as output field. Because I want to display it, I am going with the output field. Output field value equal to account dot output field value equal to account dot, now we can give phone this is how we given. Any difficulty in that? Previously it is input field, now I made it as output field. Okay. Now what is our intention? We want to display a record. Preview it. Now look at this. You are not getting a data. Why are you not getting a data? In the table there are 1000 records. When there are 1000 records in the table, which record are you referring to? In the table we have 1000 records. When you have 1000 records, which record are you referring to? When you say account dot name, which record name? Which record phone? Which record industry? So if you don't mention the record, how can I print the data? How can I print the data? That is the reason. Go to the record. Every record is referred by what? Every record will have ID. Copy that ID in the page. Output field example. How do you refer to the VF page? Apex / name of the page question mark. Now, sorry, I didn't mention the ID. ID equal to. So what happened? From this account record, get the name, industry, phone and display. Are you getting? If you want to refer to a particular record, right now I am passing ID as a hard-coded value. But when you go down the line, I'll make it dynamic. Right now we copy pasted the ID, pasted. Down the line when you go with Apex programming, I'll make it dynamic. Are you getting my point? Right now I'm making manually, I'm copying it. Down the line, we'll make it dynamic. I hope you're good with this. Now what was that? Referring to the record, displaying the data in the output format. It is called output field. Output field. Am I clear with this? But if you want to see the output, what should I do? If you want to see the output, what should we do? ID equal to ID of the record. ID equal to ID of the record. ID equal to ID of the record. I hope you are good with this. I hope you are good with this, right? Okay. ID equal to ID of the record. Let us try out the same example on contact object bus. Everyone make an attempt of displaying the same in the contact object, but slight difference. Look at the point. I also want to give Apex page block buttons. Edit. Action equal to Listen. Let me finish this also. Edit equal to delete. Command button. So I gave edit and delete. So first let us see. Why are you not getting edit or delete? If you don't mention ID of the record, I will not be able to display it. So I have taken any one of the record. Even I want to delete the record, so I'll create my own. As I want to delete the record, I am just creating a dummy record here. This is what you create. Now when I say edit, it will open the edit mode. When I say delete, let's say view, it will take me to the detail page of the record. View is taking to detail page. If we mention the ID on the top, that particular record is opening. Then if I click on edit mode of the page is open. Click on view, detail page is open. Delete, record is getting deleted. Now the record is deleted here. Right? So what are the actions we have? Edit, delete, view. If you want to open the record, you have to give the ID of the record. If you want to edit, ID of the record is required. If you want to delete, ID of the record is required. If you want to edit, delete, view, we need to open a particular record. When you open a particular record, then only we can perform edit, delete, or a view. I hope you are good. People are good with this. So we have done standard controller with input field, save, fix save, cancel. If it is output page, we are going to get edit, delete, view. Edit, delete, view. I hope you are good. Right. Create the same example for contact object boss. How do you open the IDM? Go to any one of the record, whichever the object you are referring, go to the object, what you are taking here, copy the ID, go to the page. How will you give? Page name, question mark, ID equal to, sorry, I guess I deleted the record. The record was already deleted, so let me take another record. Not valid for what was that issue? Okay, the program was different. I was showing another program actually. Go back to this. Standard controller, which object? Opportunity. I was running an opportunity. Standard controller, account. It is a contact, so I am taking ID of one of the contact. Take the ID, go here, ID equal to, in the page we are passing, question mark, ID equal to ID of the record, we got the corresponding record. If I give input mode, output, display mode. I hope you are good. Start creating this program now. There are two boxes open actually. That is the reason we got an error. Yeah. refer to this. I hope everyone is good with this. Complete the program. Come again. Same field where input mode, input field, display, output field. Object is same, no. The object fields will not change, no.
Satish, how are you giving that mandatory fields?
No, if you give the field name, automatically if it is a mandatory, you will get mandatory. Because exact properties it is referring, no. So if it is a mandatory, automatically you will get mandatory.
If it is not mandatory, but we want to define means?
Now it is not with the standard controller. Custom logic.
Okay.
Yes.
So what is the object that we need to take for this program? It's for the account, fine. So we need to create it for a different object or for the same object?
Create for the contact object.
Okay.
Satish, I just want to confirm one thing. We cannot make the field as required if it is not required in the system, right?
Using standard controller.
Using standard controller can't do that, right?
Yes,
We can't
yes.
customize it.
Yes. Standard controller will refer to only the existing properties. Please write the code. Refer to the structure, write the code.
Satish,
Yes.
can we call another object also in this here?
Standard controller will take only one object. You can only define one object as a standard controller. Multiple objects are not accepted. When you are using a property, in any property, we have to obey that rules. Standard controller says I will only accept one object. We are supposed to take only one object as standard controller. It can be a standard or a custom, but only one. It's not a case sensitive. Nothing in the Salesforce, nothing in the Salesforce is case sensitive. Nothing is case sensitive. We can do it. If we give input, it will display output. It will input box, output. Pardon me. Now, when the output field will come, output field, if you are giving ID, then only record data will display. Then if you are already giving an ID, all the actions I can use. No. Right, boss? Okay. Let us go to the next. Let us go to the next. Now, people are done with this. Okay. Let us go to the next program. Look at this. Everyone is good with this example, boss. Right? Good with this example? Okay. Let us go to the next. So we have inline edit support. Look at the next story. If you go to any particular record, if you want to modify any value in this, what we do? Click on edit. When you click on edit, entire page is loading. Boss, when you want to modify only phone number, when the home phone number, why are you reloading the entire page? What is your intention? I want to modify home phone. When you want to modify a particular field, why are you loading entire page? Just give an option. Just give option. Click on the field, modify, save it. So what is this option called? Inline edit. Whichever the field you want to modify, click on that field, modify and save it. What is this option called? Inline edit support. So look at this example, everyone. Now I'm giving a section title equal to, till now I was giving my own value. Now I told contact dot first name. In the place of title, contact first name is printed. This I'll give. Apex form. Apex. Project, okay, page block section. Again, I'm giving here Apex inline edit support. Output. Output field. First name. Last name, first name. Contact. Contact, I can say lead source. So contact last name, mobile phone. This is how we are giving. So contact, what was the bug here? Let me check out. Standard controller. Somewhere I have given spell.
Line number 10.
Yeah, I have given this, and I am also giving some buttons here. Apex. Command button. Can you save? So we have command button, spelling mistake, action. So go back to this. Let's have a preview. It is a contact object. If it is a contact object, what should I do? Take any one of the ID. Okay. Now run the page. So we are giving this. So when you are giving this, we got the data. Look at the format. I was able to modify here. So on the page, if you want to get this choice, what we are supposed to give? Inline aided support. Right. Now look at this. How I was giving? The moment you write inline aided support, whatever we are giving within this, whatever we are giving within this will be available to you in the edit format of the record. I can click on the field, get the record. I can click on the field, get the record. I can click on the field, get the record. I hope you are clear. Am I clear with this? Any other query from your end? Clear from everyone? So what we are doing? Inline aided support. Inline aided support. So when I can go for it, if you are using output field, video will be given, boss. Nice mobile. You're very busy in shooting the class from last 1 hour. So how will people change your attitudes, boss? Right? Same video is available on the site. Why so excited to record? Right, okay. Inline aid support. Right. Look at this format. So you have taken this format, followed everyone? Right. Now go back to this. Now look at the format here. What was that inline edit? This gives you a record in the form of edit format. Okay. Now when I click on the field, you will be getting the record in a particular edit format. Why you are getting this option? Why are you getting this option? You are getting this option because I have given inline edit. This will be available to you only when you go for output field. If I display the data using any other format, we have other formats like output text, output label, we have different format. As I came across this point, let me show you that option. I was giving output text. If I am trying to display the data using output text, or we can also go with the output label. There are some other concepts. I'll cover the points. As we came across this point, I'm giving you. If you are trying to display the data using any other format, now look at this. Are you able to edit here? Label, are you able to edit here? The remaining fields we are able to edit. So this inline edit concept will apply only when you take when you try to take the data and display the information using output field. When you are trying to display the data, only by using output field, we will get the support of inline edit support. If you want to write inline edit support, it has to be within the Apex form. Why? We are trying to modify the data. Anything that requires user interaction, modify the data, save it. It has to be in the Apex form. Are you getting my point? So what are the elements we have? We have standard controller equal to S object. Can a standard controller be a custom object? Yes, it can be a custom object. It can be a standard, it can be a custom. Now, if you want to refer to the properties, how will you refer? Object name dot field name. Object underscore c dot field name. Object dot field underscore c. Depends upon standard or custom. I hope you are good. Okay. Next, input field. If you want to open the record in the edit mode, it is the input field. If you want to display the record in the display mode, it is output field. Input field, output field. Are you clear about it? Input field, output field. If you are going for a output field, we may go with inline edit support for giving edit on a particular field there itself. By just clicking on the field, if you want to edit, we require inline edit support. I hope you are good. Okay. Now, here I just complete 2 more points here. We'll wind up this topic. If you are going for a lookup field or a master detail field on the object, look up this. So I will also create one of my custom lookup field. Already we have what? Standard lookup account. Who created this? Standard. Come back to this new lookup related to, let us say, account customer. So it is one of the custom lookup field created by you. But already there is a standard lookup field. What is the standard lookup field? Account, which is a, what is the name of the field? Account, which was created by the Salesforce. Now, this lookup field called customer created by you. Okay. Now, why we are mentioning this point now? Let us go back. Standard controller. I think we created an example for contact. Okay. Look at this. If you are trying to refer to the any lookup field created by the Salesforce, what is the name of the lookup field? Account. Name of the lookup field is account, which was created by the Salesforce. After the field we are creating ID. After the field we are creating ID. After the field we are creating ID. So contact dot account ID. Now, if you are referring to any one of the standard lookup field, we are supposed to add ID after the field name. We are supposed to add ID after the field name. We have owner. What is the name of the field? Owner. Owner. What we are doing? Adding ID after the field name. Contact dot owner ID. Okay. Next, if it is a custom field, contact dot custom. If it is a custom lookup field, it is a field. No need to add anything else. If it is a custom lookup field, straight away field name. But if it is a standard lookup field, we are supposed to add ID after the field name. Look at this. Right, boss? Are you clear about it? Okay. Let me add this point here. Let me add the point in the notes. If you are referring to standard lookup field, if you are referring to standard lookup field, then add ID, append ID after the field name. Now you refer your owner, we're going to use user ID. User. I made a mistake here. What was that? It was owner. Are you getting my point? If the field is a standard lookup field, append after the ID name. Okay, append ID after the field name. If it is a custom, custom lookup field or master detail, then use the field. Custom. You're going to give just like custom. I hope you received the point. Clear? Okay. So this is what we covered here. So what are the topics we covered for this today? Standard controller, input field, output field, inline editor. So tomorrow we are going to, apart from this, we also covered global actions. Then tomorrow our concept is going to be data table, repeat, tab set, tab. So this is the topic what we are going to discuss for the tomorrow. So we are going to have page block table, data list, repeat, tab set, tab, look, okay, list view, options. This is the topic for tomorrow. Right. That's all from my end. See you all in the next session.
Satish.